Why do you want to be a coward boy? Because Krishna gave that to you. When? Maybe last life. And at a certain time in this life, that sanskara fructified. And you know it's real. It's your individual sanskara or previous tendency that was stored in your chitta. And you want this thing. That's called lobha. I want to serve Krishna like this. No. All the Gaudiyas are gopis. Just put on a wig and grow your hair and be a gopi. No, but I don't. This doesn't. My heart, because it's a matter of rag. Rag means your internal attraction. It doesn't mean spontaneous. You have some petrol and you throw a match. Well, what's going to happen? It's going to go boom, spontaneous combustion. So there's nothing spontaneous at all. So there's cause and there's cause for everything. And on this plane, this is the causal plane. So there's cause. So here everything is happening by prakriti, by this prakriti or Daivi prakriti. Daivi prakriti is a transcendental mercy of Krishna. Generally, another fact. Let's discuss some more facts about the stairati. Because you're saying I want to be a coward boy, which means I want to have a permanent relationship with Krishna for eternal time as Krishna's coward boy. I want to play and frolic with him. I'll defeat him. And I'm equal to him because it says in Adi 4 Madhya 8, it explains the mentality of the Rag Bhakta. So if you want to know if you're a Raganuga Bhakta or inclined that way, it says, Mora Putra, Mora Saka, Mora Pranapati. I just got a celery. Oh. As I mentioned, this is an Adi 4 for your educational purpose. If you want to know the essential teachings of Krishna Bhakti, what it really is, and what Lord Chaitanya really wanted to give, you don't have to read lots. You should read lots also. Get as much knowledge as your brain can, understand, or we can understand. Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila, chapter 4, and chapter 8 of Madhyan Lila. Chapter 8 is called Ramananda Samvad. Samvad is talks together. And read that and study those chapters with someone that has some knowledge of this subject. And any questions that come up and you ask them, then you'll get the full understanding of what is Krishna Bhakti. So we were saying that in Ragmarg, or the eternal associates of Krishna, we're saying in Ragmarg, I was saying Mora Putra, Mora Putra, Mora Putra, Mora Saka, Mora Pranapati. So the difference between the Raganuga Bhakta and the Vaidhi Sadhaka, you can't see the difference. It's not visible. Oh, he's Rag Bhakta. Oh, no, he's doesn't have anything to do with beards or no beard or no beards or no beard, or a white dhoti or a red dhoti or whatever, or this or that. Has to do with the prompt, the attitude, the mentality, and the prompting. Prompting means what initiates you or what propels you, what starts you on the path of devotion. That's the difference. Otherwise, everything is the same. Oh, you're Raganuga Bhakta, right? You get up at 10 o'clock in the morning, yeah? I took rest at 3:30, and I was in Maya, so I got up at 6 o'clock when the sun shined on my face. And I have to. So, because some people have come to me and say, "Oh, you're practicing Rag Marg," and I said, "Not really, but I have some idea what it is." And I said, "So, what do what's it like? What's the secret mysteries?" I said, "You get up before 4 a.m. at latest, and you follow the 4 Yoga principles, and you chant minimum of 16 rounds, and preferably 1 lakh, and you read the Bhagavatam every day, and you worship your deities, or you go to Mangalarti every day, and then you maybe do some practical service, or wash your clothes and clean the ashram. You may preach on the internet, or you may travel around the world and give Bhagavad Saptas." "Oh, you mean Raganuga Bhaktas preach and they give classes? I thought they just sat in a cave all day. Hare Krishna, Radhe, Hare Krishna." Some do. There's some lucky, fortunate ones that have that purity and that ruchi. They're just totally gone from the world, and Krishna is inspiring them and giving them strength to do that. They do it. like one of my gurus in my line, Siddha Manohar Das Baba. He was born a Brahmin, and then he came here to be a Babaji. Be a sannyasi and do bhajan, no family life. And the Guru looked at him and said, "Oh, you're not fit, go get married." So he went home, got married. That's no fun. And then he did that for some time, and then maybe the wife died or something happened. He came back, so my wife died, I'm free now. I want to do bhajan. Acha? No, go back and marry again. You're a Brahmin, you can take another. You don't have any issue, you can Jai Gurudev. Marry twice. Something happened, whatever. So he came and said, Gurudev, please. Now he's an Indian-born Brahmin, and see how his road to Krishna is. It's inconceivable. That kind of birth, at least me, and these are some Indian people, high birth. He is a Brahmin, and Kshatriya Brahmin, they're high birth, but us guys, you're Indian, we're not so up there. So this is, the verse is in that 4th chapter. Mora putra mora saka mora pranapati e bhave jay more kare shuddha bhakti apanake bhara more amare samahina sehi bhave. It's almost like Hindi. Almost exactly. Sehi bhave hai ami tahara adina. I can't verify the translation. I'll just read what it says. In other words, if one is practicing Shuddha Bhakti, and we're all in our own way trying to practice Shuddha Bhakti, we may not be Shuddha Bhaktas, but we're practicing Shuddha Bhakti, okay? Under the shelter of Guru, Dikshas, we have Diksha, and we're practicing Shuddha Bhakti. And by practicing Shuddha Bhakti, we'll become Shuddha. Shuddha Bhakti means Dharmart Kam Moksha Nechaye. Every one of us, we have our issues, and we have our desires, and we have our needs and wants. But if you ask, what do you want? I want to love Krishna. I want to live eternally with Krishna, Radha and Krishna, and Vrindavan. That's a big, strong thing with me. But if so many Gyanis do bhakti, so many materialists do bhakti, it's called Karma Mishra Bhakti, Gyan Mishra Bhakti. So you say, what do you want? Oh, I want this, that, the other thing. I'm doing bhakti. So that's not Shuddha Bhakti, okay? So those that are practicing Shuddha Bhakti, they have any one of these 3 bhavas. They Mora Patra. Krishna's Mora Putra. Krishna's my son. Mora Saka. Krishna's my friend. He's my friend. Sometimes I beat him up. Sometimes he beats me up. If he wins, I carry him. If I win, he carries me. Krishna, he's not a big man. And then Mora Pranapati. This is Madhurya Ras, Gopis and Krishna, Mora Pranapati. You're not my pati. Pati just means you have some ritual and and then you get married, and you're officially a pati and patni, husband and wife. They're saying, you are the Lord of our prana. Body comes and goes, but prana goes on. The Pancha Pran carry this what does that get confused? Linga Sharira. Subtle body is Linga Sharira. The Pancha Pran carries the Linga Sharira out of this body to wherever it's supposed to go. So the pran is, and Krishna says, I am Shabda, what does it say? Shabdake, Pranava Omkara. He says that Pranava, I am that Om, in the 5 forms of prana. So to just say he's my pati, he's my pati, that's only for 50 years. Then he dies. Because you're basing your upadi, or sambandha, your identity or relationship on the basis of the bones. But the gopis are not, they're saying pranapati. Means you're our Lord life after life after life. You can crush him by your embrace, or crush him by your intense loving embrace, or break my heart by never appearing before me. You're still my Mora Pranapati. This is a gopi bhav, Radharani's bhav. Ashil Shiva Parvatam Panashtamam Darshanam Mamatam Karutava Itatata Bhavadantam Lampato Mat Prananatas. Pranapati, Prananath is the same. This is the highest level of intimacy. My pran, you control my pran. Skin and bones and mind, there's nothing. Prana is the essence, because pran controls everything. Pranayama, through pranayama you control mind, and You control mind and your destiny. Everything is done by Pran. So this is the attitude. Oh, but now that's the attitude. Krishna's my friend. I'm a sucker. Sometimes he's up in the tree. I just throw him in the Yamuna. And then Balaram says, "Hey, why are you roughing up my brother?" Shut up. I'll throw you next. Who do you think you are? Balaram. You're Balaram, but I'm Subal. You're only one Bal. You're only one Bal. I'm Subal. Bal means strong, but I'm very strong. Acha? Let's see about that. So then it goes like this. So this is. So the attitude and the mentality in the Rag Marg is because I'm attached to Krishna in a loving, intimate mood. What does the Raganuga Bhakti think? He thinks, I am equal to Krishna or I'm better than Krishna. Okay? So this is an attitude, a mentality. And he's doing puja, everything. You see two are side by side. One is Vaidhi, one is... And the Raganuga Bhakti is, if you say that to the Raganuga Bhakti, God is nothing. God depends on me. He has to carry me on his shoulder. Oh, you're aparadi. Because the Vaidhi sadhaka thinks, who God is? Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. Aishvaryasya samagrasya viryasya yasasashriya. He has 6 opulences. He's a supreme controller. He's a supreme enjoyer. He's a bhaktaram, yagat tapasam. This is Vaidhi sadhana. And then God is great. It's all true. It's all very true for the Vaidhi sadhaka. God is great. And I'm just little tiny consciousness. I'm anuchit and he's vibhuchit. Nityo nityanam chaitanas chaitananam eko bahunam yovedadati kaman. I'm just little consciousness. I'm eternal. He's eternal. Eko bahunam yovedadati kaman. He's that eka that's fulfilling all my desires. And then what do we say? Then we say ekala Ishvara Krishna. Ekala Ishvara Krishna. Arasabhya Britya. Means Krishna, there's one supreme controller, Ek Ishvara, Bhagavan Sri Krishna, and Sabhya Britya. Britya means servant. This is the attitude of Vaidhi sadhana. You know what I think about God? I think God, sometimes I beat up God, and he has to carry me on his shoulders. You're aparadi. I'm telling Gurudev that you're speaking like this. You can't speak like this. He's the supreme personality of God. You're going to get a severe reaction. Vaidhi means rule and regulation. Rag means love. Puppy love or big dog love or puppy dog love, whatever you want to say. So these verses, you get together with like-minded people or some advanced devotees. Just spend time going through each one of these verses. Say, what does this word mean? What does this mean? Explain with some advanced devotees. And Chapter 4 and Chapter 8. First, study deeply on your own. There's no real commentaries anywhere. There's some very short commentaries here and there, but nothing really sufficient on any side. There's some contemporary commentaries which don't bring out really the deep... They bring out some meanings, but not all of what's there. It is the essence of the entire Krishna consciousness, of a whole gamut of what it is in Chapter 4 of Adi Lila and Chapter 8. I study these chapters at Pandit Baba, and I have some idea, not much, but some idea of them.